This right here is the OnePlus 9 Pro, and this is the OnePlus 9, its little brother. Now for the most part, these two phones are quite identical, though the one highlighted difference between both of these phones is the camera. I mean, they're both Hasselblad cameras, but there's still a lot of difference, or is there? Well, that's what we'll be finding out in today's video. This is Varun from Guiding Tech, and you're watching my in-depth camera comparison of the OnePlus 9 versus the OnePlus 9 Pro and whether the gap of 15,000 rupees is justified or not. Let's get started. Okay, so let's kick things off with the rear video footage because I feel there has been a lot of controversy around the fact that the OnePlus 9 does not come with OIS and the OnePlus 9 Pro comes with OIS, and as a flagship phone you should have featured OIS and the videos should be very shaky and not stable and all. So let's just see how both the phones actually perform. So we're recording 1080p 30 fps super stable footage on the OnePlus 9, which is on my left side, and the OnePlus 9 Pro, which is on my right side. Now I want you to understand that the 9 Pro has OIS with the camera while the 9 has just EIS. But just take a look at it in terms of stability. Keep in mind that the 9 is being held by my left hand, which is not as stable as my right hand. The performance difference that you'll see here is, well, not a lot. I mean, the stability is obviously better on the 9 Pro, but is it by a massive margin? I would argue no. Like, okay, this was brisk walking. Let me try running a bit to give you a fairer picture of it, the stability as well. And there you go. So yeah, I mean, I understand that yes, the 9 Pro's OIS does offer more stable footage, but I would also argue that it's not extremely stable or gimbal-like or something, I mean, the OnePlus 9 does not do a bad job anyway. So yeah, for most users, the EIS on offer here by the OnePlus 9 should be enough. Alright, so now let's take a look at some shots. But before we do that, let me just bring you up to speed if you're a new viewer here at Guiding Tech. You see, all of our camera comparisons and reviews are not sponsored by any phone brand in any manner whatsoever. Whatever you're watching is unbiased, unfiltered, and clearly just my own analysis. In fact, we also provide a direct download link to all of the images and videos taken from the respective phones, directly, unfiltered, untouched, unedited, so you can download them, analyze the images for your own convenience, and see them on your own displays, see what kind of colors, tuning you prefer, and then make a choice based on that. Anyway, now let's talk about the shots. So kicking things off in the daylight shots, in this first shot, you can notice that both the shots are, well, quite similar, even in terms of color profile. But the 9 Pro is slightly more contrasty here. It's not by a massive margin, but the difference is definitely noticeable side by side. This is better illustrated in this next shot, where the 9 Pro not only has more details and a slightly better HDR, but also has a higher contrast, which is shown by the blacks on the background leaves. As far as color accuracy goes, they're both pretty close to the real thing, but the 9 Pro does have that ever so slight edge here. Now if you recall my OnePlus 9 Pro versus iPhone 12 Pro Max comparison, you'll remember this shot. Like I said, the 9 Pro does capture the colors perfectly, and it's nice to see that the 9 isn't behind either. If you look at the center petal, yes, there's a slight hint of pink hue in the 9's shot, but the Pro gets everything spot on, which is great. Now moving on to HDR, it's almost the same story once again. Both are excellent shots with similar color profile that's close to the real thing, but once again the 9 Pro has the edge here in terms of details and ever so slightly better HDR. Especially when you zoom into the leaves, you can see the full veins in the 9 Pro's shot, while on the OnePlus 9 it's slightly soft. The thing to note here is that while they're both 48 megapixel sensors, the 9 Pro has the newer IMX789 sensor, while the 9 uses IMX689 sensor. The generational difference might not sound much, but the newer sensor has better pixel binning, thus allowing for sharper and clearer images. Now moving on to human shots, and I would say I feel that OnePlus 9 is doing a slightly better job here. I say slightly cause, to be fair, both the shots aren't that good. The skin tones aren't right, the images look over sharpened, and the HDR isn't working that well either. Switch to the portrait mode and, well, while the edge detection is pretty good on both the phones, the colors are not good. As much as Hasselblad has helped OnePlus, they really need to work on human subjects a bit more. Now moving on to telephoto, and the thing here is that 9 Pro has an actual telephoto lens with 3.3x optical zoom, while the OnePlus 9 resorts to digital zoom coupled with software processing. By default, the OnePlus 9 lets you zoom at 2x only, which isn't bad either. Bring it up to speed with the 9 Pro's 3.3x, and I would argue that while the image is oversharpened, it isn't exactly bad. In fact, I am sure a lot of you would actually prefer OnePlus 9's shot here over the 9 Pro. Of course, your mileage may vary, and I'm not denying the fact that having a proper hardware telephoto lens is obviously going to be better than relying on digital zoom and software processing. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that for most folks, if you are not going to be zooming in your pictures quite that often, well, the 9's camera should suffice for most users. Now next up we have the ultra-wide sensors, and interestingly both the phones use the same freeform lens, which is great. Now to be honest, I wasn't expecting any sort of difference in terms of colors or like sharpness or details or anything, and well, my guess was right. There's no difference. Here you can see the normal shot on both the phones first. They're both excellent shots and the colors are really good. Switch to the ultra-wide sensor and they both still look the same. The same color profile carries forward from the primary sensor to the ultra-wide sensor and the results look exactly the same. Yes, the 9 Pro shot is ever so slightly closer to reality, while the 9 has a slightly cooler shot, but it's a very fine margin. Next up we have selfies, and well, I'm not going to waste much time here since they are both the same. They look fine here and the edge detection in the portrait mode is also pretty good. That said, keep in mind that these are shot in ideal conditions with the sun shining bright directly on my face. Switch to something a little less ideal like this, and I mean a little less ideal, and well, this is what you get. Like, come on OnePlus, these are flagship phones. The image is super noisy, and don't even get me started on the portrait mode pics. It's bad, like really bad. Like seriously, I genuinely appreciate how much effort and actual results OnePlus has shown and the kind of leap it has taken forward when it comes to the camera department. But that's restricted to the rear camera. OnePlus really needs to put in some serious work for their selfie cameras. I mean, to the point where the selfie cameras seem to be unchanged for a couple of generations now, and it's high time that OnePlus focuses on the selfie camera as well. Anyway, let's just take a look at the selfie video footage as well. So recording 1080p 30fps selfie footage from the OnePlus 9, which is on my left, and the OnePlus 9 Pro, which is on my right side. They're both decent cameras. Obviously selfie is still an area where OnePlus is lacking, and while they've sort of improved, I still think they have a long way to go to truly compete with the flagships out there when it comes to the selfie camera. And you can see right here that the HDR is almost non-existent here. Yeah, the OnePlus 9 still manages to get something. Yeah, now you get something on the 9 Pro as well. But yeah, it's not that good anyway. As for stability, there is practically none here. And it's the front camera. And what's worse is the fact that these two are flagship devices. And on flagship devices, the fact that OnePlus does not allow you to shoot 4K is very disappointing. I mean, these are Snapdragon 888 devices. Just give us a 4K option. Also, hey, you can get an idea, like the sun is falling on my face. Also, like the HDR is one thing. I think both the phones are doing it differently. The 9 has the blues of the sky. The 9 Pro does not have them, at least right now in the viewfinder. And I'm slowly panning the camera around, and yeah, I mean, they're inconsistent. The color tones do not seem to be good. The 9 Pro is shooting at a warmer tone. The 9 is shooting at a cooler tone. Neither of them are color accurate here, and to be honest, I have already done a comparison of OnePlus 9 Pro with the iPhone and the S21 to know that the selfie camera is not color accurate. So yeah, it's just beating the old drum. It's the same thing. Last up, we have the low light performance here, and I'm not gonna lie, the difference isn't much. See, in this first shot, the colors are good on both, but slightly accurate on the 9 Pro. Switch to the night mode and the 9 Pro has better details, while the OnePlus 9 has a slightly cooler tone. It's not a massive difference, and most folks would only notice the difference when you see the shots side by side, but yeah, it is what it is. In this next shot as well, you can see that both the images look quite identical in the normal mode. Switch to the night mode and the 9 Pro has a slight edge in terms of overall illumination and details. I think this final shot sums it up perfectly. While they both look super identical in pretty much every way, the 9 Pro does have a better sensor with better pixel binning, along with the support of OIS that helps in stabilizing your shot while capturing night mode images. So while the normal mode has both the images at par, with the OnePlus 9 Pro only slightly looking better, once you switch to the night mode, the Pro does make use of all of its extra hardware to get more details. Now I'll admit it does resort to over sharpening as well to some extent, but there's no denying that this is a better shot nonetheless. So, which of these phones is the winner here? Well, it's obvious that the 9 Pro is better than the 9. And it does manage to justify that 15,000 price gap. In fact, we also did a comparison of the 9 Pro's camera with the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the Galaxy S21 Plus, and it's clear that OnePlus has taken some serious steps to establish itself as a flagship, especially in the camera segment. So yeah, kudos to OnePlus for doing that. But the whole point of this comparison wasn't to prove that the OnePlus 9 Pro is better than the OnePlus 9. That's obvious. That is something that we all expected. The point that I was trying to make here is that for most folks, the OnePlus 9's camera would be more than enough. It's pretty much the same as the OnePlus 9 Pro. The software processing is almost at par. You just have a slight difference in terms of color profile, which is still pretty accurate. The details are still there. It's just the 9 Pro has far more details. So yeah, the 9 Pro obviously is in a different league of its own, but it's not to say that the 9 falls behind. Also, until and unless you're going to be clicking a lot of zoom in photos, the lack of a telephoto sensor would not make a massive difference to you, especially considering that portraits also have the same level of edge detection. So it's not like the telephoto lens is making a massive difference there either. Then there's the factor of OIS versus EIS. That debate has been going on since I can remember, and I don't see that ending anytime soon. Now I'll just put it this way, that even phones that come with OIS aren't just relying solely on OIS. They still use EIS as well. So it's always a hybrid. And as you just saw in our rear video footage, I would argue that OnePlus 9's EIS isn't that far behind the OnePlus 9 Pro's OIS plus EIS. Now obviously I would have liked to see that OnePlus would have introduced OIS, not introduced, it has always had OIS on their phones. Even the OnePlus 9R has OIS, so obviously it kind of feels like a bummer that the 9 does not have OIS. But if you're just skipping on the 9 because it does not have OIS, then you'd be making a mistake. Trust me, at the end of the day, it won't make that big of a difference to you. Anyway, that was the camera comparison of the OnePlus 9 and the OnePlus 9 Pro. If you like this video, make sure to let us know by giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel for more awesome tech content. Till then, this is Varun from Guiding Tech, and I'll see you in the next one.